Sorry for the cough there. Greetings, Motor Nation. It's time to make some more money for the demon. I decided, I made a little bit of money in my earlier video. I decided to spend that on some other things. I'm not saying what, but, you know, it was worth it. So, now we're going to do some street races to get some money for the demon, because in general, apart from the New York race, street races are the best kind of car racing, or in this case, bike racing to do to make the money, to make the big bucks. So I'm going to do this. This is the longest street race, hence the most money. I am fully equipped for making bucks, including icon points. And this, by the way, is my own little Harley. I don't think I made a livery out of this. It's just it's a paint job and some parts. But this is the charcoal denim version of the Street Glide, which I found online, and I kind of thought the look was kind of cool. The paint shade is not available in the game, but I think it's like 33% gray matte paint, so you can do it yourself. And I made all the other parts basically as black as I could because I thought that went well with the charcoal gray color. So there you have it. It's a nice little look for your Street Glide, I guess, if you ever drive it. A lot of people don't drive this one because it's not really the speediest, but this particular race, it's the only thing you can use, and this particular race makes you pretty good money. It's over $100,000 for a roughly a 10-minute race, depending on how well you do. Depending on whether you remember to do the lean forward, which I have not remembered since I just now mentioned it. Now I'm leaning forward. With the Street Glide, it's kind of hard to tell because whoops, let's go straight, okay? Yeah. So here's the difference. Here's sitting up straight, here's leaning forward. Not very much difference, but it does make a speed difference. Pretty significant one, actually, about 5 miles per hour. You can see we're accelerating here because I'm leaning forward. I'm going to slow down going uphill, but let's see if I can find I guess I'm not going to get a flat spot to show it, but I'll get on the salt flats here in a little bit when we turn off. I'm far enough ahead of the pack that I can afford to waste a little time. So you see we were going up around 192 there with lean. I'm going to take off on the salt flats here. Let me do a little boost. There we go. Okay, so 192. Now without the lean, again, a little bit of boost. See what we can get. I don't know. Well, I ran out of salt flats. It was around 188, 187, 188, so it's about a 5 mile an hour difference. Now those little buggers are going to catch up to me over the rocks, and I crashed. It's okay. We had enough lead, not big deal. So this is a nice race up through the mountains, kind of a little curvier than I like, although bikes make that better. This bike, though, not great in the curves. I mean, you can't do as much of the lean as you can with the racing bikes. So I still have to brake on the curves. Plus this is a hazardous route, because if you go the slightest bit off the route in this area, you probably will hit a boulder. There's lots of them hiding out there waiting you run into. A little shortcut. That's nice. Okay. So the only real shortcut in this race, aside from cutting corners, is you can see on the mini-map there, coming up ahead, we have a big set of switchbacks. And all you gotta do is just drive straight up that hill, ignore the switchbacks, and that'll give you a good lead. In case you didn't get a good enough lead just by boosting at the start and using your lean bonus, you're just gonna go right up the hill. Now you gotta be careful not to lean when you're going up the hill, because you'll lean your bike right over and crash. Okay, so that's the hill. And that's kind of pretty much the only shortcut we got here. Oops, another rock. Sucker's hiding on the edges of the road. The only danger to look out for in this part of the race is the sudden murderous guardrail, or guard wall in this case, I guess. The kind that you will never see in real life. But in this game, the environment designers are sadistic enough to give you guardrails that will kill you instead of saving your life, which is what guardrails are supposed to do. I went and I looked up, I went so far, I got so frustrated by this. I went so far as to go online and look up safety regulations, highway safety regulations for guardrails. And normally, what I was able to find was it varies from state to state, and the best information I got was actually from guardrail manufacturers, believe it or not. But most of them have reflective or lights, reflectors or lights on the ends of them. Some are designed to crumple at the end, and so all they have is a crumple zone. The metal ones primarily are designed to do that. These walls, though, almost always have a big reflector or a light on the end of them. They're designed to be solid so that if you crash into them, you don't go any further. Like you don't go over the edge or whatever, or run into the house that happens to be on the other side of the guardrail. But you should be able to avoid them because they should be visible. Right? I don't know, pet peeve of mine, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I just run into guardrails so much in this game, it really frustrates me. So maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. If I am, leave me a comment, tell me I'm crazy. Oh, I missed a little shortcut there, oh well. So now we're on the same route as the New York race that goes through this part of the mountains. However, there are more checkpoints on this race than there are in the New York race. So, unfortunately, that means we can't go over any hills or take any really easy shortcuts. Although I just spotted right there, it might have been possible to go over that hill. Come up to this next shortcut, but honestly, taking a shortcut up a hill is generally a bad idea because you'll slow way down. Yes, you know, we could have gone over that hill, dropped down on this side, and made that one. Maybe I'll try that next time I run this race. Not right now, though. So now we got some switchbacks, which means we gotta slow down a bit. See, the lean that you get on this with the racing bikes, you can get a serious leaning of like maybe 15 or 20 degrees from the ground. But with this bike, you get those big old saddlebags in the back. They don't let you lean very much. Maybe 45 degrees, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but plus the exhaust on this bike just rides really low, and it isn't really tight up against the wheels, so any lean is gonna Wreck your exhaust pipes. Don't mind me running into walls here. I'm just yammering. I do poorly driving when I'm talking. Okay, 87%. We're almost there. Like I said, about a 10-minute race. Did I say 10 minutes? About a 10-minute race. 10 or 12. Maybe you can get under 10 minutes if you really push it. If you put the nitro chemist parts on your bike. I'm doing this for money, not for time, so gotta make those bucks and buy that demon. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. Final switchback has been passed. I think the finish is after this checkpoint. Yep, there it is. Whoa, that was not smart. Okay. Here we go. A little over 10 minutes. We'll check the leaderboard to see how that is, but it's over 100,000 bucks, so not bad. Not quite as much money as you make in New York. I get almost 500,000 bucks in New York for a half hour, so that's a little bit better return on the time. But this is one of the better street races. It's in the top 10 for making money. Oh, I forgot to hit the... I didn't hit the leaderboard in time. Let's just check it from the list here. There we go. Yeah, so the world record time is 8:47 on PC. And none of my friends have... I got a pretty big friends list, and so the guys that have run it recently will be showing up here, and none of them got under 10 minutes. I should probably try it and see if I can... I'm on the top of a lot of my friends' list scores. Most of my scores are in the top 10% at least worldwide, yeah. We're in the top, I guess, well, it's top 5% it looks like. There, okay. So, let's do some more street races. Oh, you know what? I didn't even set that to ace. I could have made much more money. Oh well. Alright, let's set these... So the street races that I find are worth doing, and I've done some calculations, and I have a spreadsheet that I'm not quite ready to share yet, but the Strip South, Motor Trend Classic. Motor Trend Classic is by far the best street race. In terms of making money, the best money makers you can do are the Uber Dam Powerboat Race and the Main Highlands East Jet Sprint race. I'm not a fan of Jet Sprint, and the Powerboat Race is just super boring. It's basically a straight line over and over again for a minute and a half, and it's, you know, if you're sleepy, try it sometime. It'll put you right to sleep. Harlem West, the one we just did, Harley Davidson. Strip North is up there. Downtown LA South is one of the fastest ones. The world record is 1:23, and it really is easy to get a very fast time on that if you use the big shortcut at the start. Harlem East, yes, I think. I'm not sure. Harlem East 2:12 is a world record time. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Downtown Detroit, I like that one because it's got some nice weavy turns and a nice jump. Strip West, that's a fun one too. The Accident, of course, the world famous Accident, which has been nerfed at the beginning, but you can still make a really good time on it. I generally get under 2 minutes. And then for when it's raining, I like West Florida Coast and Black West Hills are my favorite ones to do in the rain. There are other ones that have, Coastal Range to LA, I think, has constant weather. What else? Big Bend and Big Bend Observatory, although those ones are really twisty. I don't like driving them. you can't build up any speed, and plus they're just kind of slow. They're close to 3 minutes for me. What else? I guess that's about it. There's one more. I'm not seeing it. Oh well. Oh yeah, there we go. Pikes Peak Mountains. And that one is also got a lot of shortcuts on it, but it's still, I don't know, it's not very fun for me. Because you end up having to drive uphill for a lot of the shortcuts. So, all right, so let's take out our. I got the new red demonic Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X. So let's see what kind of times we can get for that thing. Strip South is a good test case because it's a nice short race and there's some good maneuvering involved. Let's see, find the car first. And I have the car equipped for racing in the summit right now, so it's set for speed. Although my pilot bonuses are all set for money, so I'll still make some money. Yeah, see, I've got all of that. Got the Nitro Chemist going here, and I've got the tune. A tune that I like. I might want to tweak down the front suspension a little bit to get a little bit more oversteer, but we'll see how it goes. I got this from a good reference that I like, that I trust, so. Although he doesn't have, he has a kind of a limited number of them. I forgot to select that car, that was dumb. Okay, let's do that. Oops, wrong way. There it is. I didn't even know this, that by default this this version of the Evo has red smoke. Look at that. Isn't that special? Okay. Okay, Strip South. Very fast race. Let's see how we do. Not a big fan of that gigantic spoiler, but at least it has the white body mods, which make it better in films. I read a message somewhere that said someone on the dev team told them that none of the visual mods make any performance difference to the performance difference to the car except the white body mods for some reason. Give you better G's and turns. Except we're doing okay here. Now a good time for me on this race would be around 155 is an average time. If I'm doing really well, I'll get under 150. I'm not really paying attention in this race. Maybe I'll do it over and see what kind of a time I can get. Since I do have the Nitro Chemist on, it'd be a good time to see what kind of time I can get. Yeah. For some reason I'm getting frame rate dips in the middle of LA, or middle of Las Vegas here. You'll notice I'm skipping all the jumps. That's really the best way to get the easiest, oh dear, the easiest way to get a decent time on this. Jump slow you down. I'm getting a lot of traction issues. This is actually the first time I've ever driven this car, so since I just won it in last week's summit. First time I've had a chance to take it out for a spin. Wow, that is not a very good time. Ha! 153, well, it's a fairly average time, you know, for other cars. For this car, I would expect it to go faster. Let's see if we can do better. I won't talk over this one so I can concentrate on the race. One thing I will say about the Evo X is that I'm not a fan of the car sound. It's got kind of a, I don't know, it's got kind of a brassy hot hatch sound to it, and I prefer my engines to growl a little bit. Too much skidding there. Good time though. Under 150. Let's see how that compares. I think my best time on this race was with a bike. A lot easier to make the turns. Yes, that would be, but I beat my bike time. That's pretty good. But you can see the best times here are with the bikes. The MV Agustas. And the Hurricane, of course. Even the Ducati got a good time. And world record wise, oh, it's not going to show me the top. Show me the top. Yeah, it's not going to load them. But world record wise, the bikes hold the world records too. Let's have a look at that. I'm curious now. Okay, yeah, there we go. The MV Agusta is all the way. There's a Hurricane in there, but it's almost all bikes. The old trusty RS5 in the top 20. That's not bad. Kind of surprised to not see any Lancer Evo X's up in here, because it generally does very well on this race. I guess all the record setter types like to use the bikes for these street races. Okay, time for some more bucks. I think I'm not quite yet got enough. I need 600,000 at least to buy the Demon. So let's keep going until I get that. Motor Trend Classic Challenger. I like this race. It's nice and fast.
3, 2, 1.
I might want to shorten the gears a little bit on this guy because I'm not getting straight off the line. That makes a difference. I'll try tuning it next time. Oh, get out of here, buddy. I'm getting these skids. I do not like that. I have to adjust the arrow too. Although I shouldn't be seeing that with a four-wheel drive car. I don't know why. Seeing lag in this city too. Oh, crud. Blow it right at the end. And I got second place. That was stupid. Still my time, 1:45. That's, wow. That's good time. Yeah, my best time is with a bike. 145 is a good time though. All right, let's check the settings here. Let's see if I can get a little bit better acceleration on this guy. Okay, so in terms of lateral G's, I've got 1.13, so maybe I'm just taking the turn so fast, because that's really good grip. Not sure about this oversteer though. Okay, and we got max grip, and we got good brakes. Let's see what that does. That just gives me a little bit more top speed and not a lot of braking, and it does not look like it, according to the stats anyway, it does not look like it's giving any acceleration. That one gives more acceleration. Let's try that. We're not going to hit the top speed on this race anyway, or any of the street races for that matter, except maybe the Florida one, the Florida Coast one. Let's see if that improves the acceleration at all. All right, let's try it out. Oops. Let's see if I can avoid choking at the very end of the race this time too. See, the thing that the bikes give you, as well as the Audi RS5 and the Huracan, is really fast speed off the line. You can just get ahead of the pack right away. Which on this track is kind of important, and it looks like that tweak that I did does make a difference. I'm getting better acceleration, noticeably better acceleration. And maybe the skidding is just a matter of learning the handling better, because I actually don't drive the Evo very much, and of course I've never driven this one before today, so. The second place guy is still pretty close to us. I also don't usually run this with the Nitro Chemist. So the boost is actually helping me out a lot. $39, not great, but not as good as the bike, I should say. Alright, one more shot at this. I think I can do better than 139.
3, 2, 1.
That's going to cost me. Skid. Dear lady is still right on my ass. Another skid. Do I have ESP? I think I have ESP turned down. Maybe I should fix that. Oh dear. Oh well, there goes the fast time. Doesn't cost me to win. I should be able to get around this guy on the curve up ahead. Looks like I'm accelerating faster than him too. The ace difficulty cars, you just never know. The Detroit Interstate race is really great for that because there's all these old 60s cars. And they will kick your ass every time. Yeah, 143, that was crap. Because of the crash. Bumped into the wall. Alright. I'm going to... What was I going to tweak? Oh, the ESP. See if that helps me with my skidding. Yeah, I had it turned all the way down. I don't normally run with that turned all the way down because, frankly, it doesn't really slow you down. I mean, it only slows you down when you're about to skid. It slows you down when you should have been slowing down in the first place. And skidding really costs you speed. So, more than the automatic braking that skid protection gives you. So, let's try with that, see if we can do better. One more try, then we'll move on. It's going to start raining here. Oh crap, it already started raining. Well, I'll go in the rain anyway. We'll see what we get. Skid protection should help with the rain anyway. That flat black paint job is just pretty evil looking.
3, 2, 1.
See now, no skidding, a little skidding anyway, around those tough corners. A little skid there. It's raining. These cars just do not perform as well in the rain. Acceleration always takes a hit. And big skid there. Gotta slow down into these turns. Oh no, not good. Well, at least I wasn't grinding the rail. That would really slow you down. $140, okay, not bad for rain. Alright, that's enough of this. Let's go someplace where the rain doesn't matter. Let me see if this car can keep up with the supercars. Oops. With the supercars on the West Florida coast track. It's got clear weather all the time. But the competition is rough. See, we got a Murcielago, we got a F40, we got a Berlinetta. and a Huracan in the mix here. So, and this is Ace Racers, so they're not gimped in any way. They really will kick your butt if you're not driving well on this course. This is one of the few that is an actual challenge from the AI if you don't get ahead of them early. The issue is you have all those supercars, and then you have at the end of this race a bunch of long straightaways. And what they'll do is they'll line up in front of each other and use drafting, and they'll just zip right past you. I've tried sticking with them and drafting with them, but generally the best approach for me has been to just get ahead of them and stay ahead. They may catch up on the straights a little bit, especially if you're not using a top-tier car. This car shouldn't have any trouble. See, I'm already up to 222 miles per hour. I should be getting an RPM limiter here at some point because, in fact, I think maybe I am already. I shorten the gears so much for acceleration. They're not keeping up with me though. Well, one of them is. Almost. Let me save up a little boost to see if I can see where the RPM limiter really is with this tune. Okay. .228? I should maybe be able to go faster than 220, I don't know. So that's where tweaking the gears for acceleration will hurt you in races like this. You have long straights where you need to go fast. But we did okay. .254. Anytime under 3 minutes on this course is a good one. And that is a personal best for me, so that's good. I don't know how these guys get the Huracan to go so much faster on this track. I've tried it, and actually, you know what? I don't know if I've tried it with a full. Let's see what the weather's like. See if we can switch out of here. I don't think I've tried it with a full Nitrochemist set. It's still looking a little damp, but let's move on to the next one. What are we up to? Oh, we're over 600,000. I can go buy that car. Let's do that real quick. I also need to buy some parts, so I'm going to have to just keep on racing. But let's go buy the car real quick. Should try it out on these races too. Gonna have to give it all purple. Oh, that's funny. For a demon? I don't think so. I'm gonna give this guy a custom paint job anyway. He needs to be Challenger red. Yellow. It doesn't really matter. I'll take the default. Only one style of rims, huh? Man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to customize it much with that much. Well, I got plenty of crookness. So. Alright. Let's do the interior first because you can only spend bucks on that. That livery right there is my own personal design for the Citron C3 Racing Rallycross. Oops. Oh, this guy's going to be... Where is he going to be? Let's filter. There he is. Alright. So let's do the interior first. I like all my street cars to have yellow interiors to remind me that they are street cars, because yellow is the street color. Let's do that first. If I can. I don't know if we can do the interior on this guy. I guess you can't. So it gets to be black. Okay, now the color. I'm going to look this up. I have a color chart that I've used for a lot of my cars, and I think I will have a color for a Challenger. Let's see. Looking at my list right now. This is, again, I have it in a shareable document, which I haven't shared yet because it's kind of messy, but oh, come on. Challenger Orange Chrome. That's for the old Challengers, though. I guess I don't have a Challenger red. So let's just come up with one. Yeah, I don't have one. So we're going to make this guy metallic. And we're going to make kind of a dark red. I wonder if like a red like that would look better, like a candy apple kind of a situation. Darker though. That's the Dodge Viper red is actually would look good on this car. Let me see what the Dodge Viper red is. Dodge Viper Candy Apple. There we go. Viper Candy Apple Chrome is 96,133. So for a metallic paint job, it's going to have to be a little bit darker. So let's bump that down a little bit. Maybe 25, maybe 20. That's good. How's that look? Maybe make it 97. It looks a little pinkish. Okay, now for the livery. I think I have a livery that'll work with this. White stripes. Black stripes? Nah. The thin white stripes? Do I have a thick white stripes? There we go. Gonna have to adjust my personal logo there. That looks good. Maybe tweak my logo a little bit. I don't know what other cars I have this on, so it'll probably mess them up, but I don't care right now. I'm gonna put that below the brake light, maybe. Kind of. We'll just pretend it's a little translucent. I hate that you can't do fine tuning of the coordinates. It drives me crazy. Alright. Come on. Stop doing that to me. Ah, frick it. Okay, and let's make sure that's gloss. No, material. There we go. Okay, gloss. Alright, now let's see what kind of kind of parts we can put on this bad boy. Well, we have two hoods to choose from. See, I'm gonna want the... I think I want the red rimmed lights, but I don't want that yellow. Wow, the fact that the racing stripe goes on there is kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. That's good with the paint colored lining there. Let's go with that one. God, I hate those rims, but whatever. Good, nice red calipers. Red side mirror's good. Black batter's good. Huh. Looks kind of funky. Let's go with the paint colored one. I always thought that this style of rear wing looks really silly. That's kind of nice. It's got the Dodge logo on the sides, but it's carbon fiber, not a look-alike. Alright, let's go with the paint colored one. And rear lights. Ooh. Nah, I want black around them. Oh, let's see what kind of exhaust we're getting here. Okay, so this is the standard Challenger exhaust that you'll see on any Challenger on the street. And then we gotta go with the separate lights or the... I kind of like this one better. I don't see the backing lights in there. Maybe they show up. I don't know. Here we have separate exhaust. Here we have dragster style channels. Gigantic exhaust with dragster style channels. Yeah, I don't know that. That's maybe for a drag version of the car, but alright. Let's go with this one. Simple. I like that style of Dodge rear lights. We'll see what the backing lights look like. And no interior. Now, let's get some parts in that bad boy. Take them out of the Mitsubishi. Oops. Oh, come on. There's the demon. Now, if this is anything like the Hellcat, its handling is going to be shit. So, I am not optimistic, but who knows? Maybe they gave it some special handling for this edition of the car. We'll see. Oh, that needs to be adjusted. It's the wrong kind of... See if I can get the... I guess I can't because I don't have any money. Alright. And a tune. I'm going to go with my standard... quick explanation here. Camber all the way down means that you will have the best grip in turns. But it also makes the tires look funny. The thing is, there should be a penalty on straights, some sort of downside to this, but there isn't in the game. So there's no reason not to turn the camber all the way down on any car, because you will always get the best grip in turns, and there's no downside. As far as the roll bars are concerned, having them turned all the way up, again, no downside, and it means that the car will settle faster. It's just easier to control. Turning the roll bars all the way down makes the car a little bit wobblier, and coming out of turns it can be a problem. So, as far as the suspension goes, you get the straight down the middle suspension, standard slightly rear aero. Now, the only other thing that we really might want to check here is the gearbox. If I shorten the gears, it might give me more speed. Yeah, a little bit, but you notice it brought the acceleration down, which is actually not usually the case with shorter gears. So we're not going to mess with the gearbox. There we go. Let's take it out on the road and see what it does. Let's go back to Motor Trend. Let's try Harlem West. Harlem West is a fun one. It's got plenty of turns where we can test the handling. Right, so there is our demon. Nice sound. Let's see from the... Oh, I didn't do the tires and the smoke. Oh well. We'll get that after this race. Looks like the steering is okay. The acceleration is okay. We'll see.
2, 1.
Not the best. I should be up in front by now. It's a little wobbly. It's kind of wobbly like the Hellcat, despite the fact that I have the roll bar set to tight as possible. It's cornering okay, so that's good. Acceleration is not great. Enough speed to get all the way over the building, so that's good. Don't run into the building if I can. Yeah, the handling is pretty good. The only issue is the acceleration for me, anyway. We'll have to check out the top speed. I didn't even bother looking at that. Although I imagine it's in line with other, cars of this sort. 225-ish, 220-ish maybe. Should be, as a top-end Dodge, it should be maybe a little faster. We'll take it out to the flats and see what we can get it to do. Whoa! That engine is just not... I don't know, it's missing something. It seems like it should be a little growlier, maybe. I don't know. .212, not a bad time. In fact, my personal best time. Well, that's pretty good, actually. I think my personal best time on this guy was with a nitro chemist equipped Huracan, so that's kind of impressive. Still not, compared to the bikes, obviously not as good. And oh, see, now that's. Okay, my best time is actually with the Cayman. It didn't show... Okay, there we go. It didn't show up in the list here for some reason. Okay, let's take it out on the... Oh, it's raining again. Let's take it out on the salt flats and see how fast it goes. We could go by the stats, but I don't trust them. Okay, I'm going to go here. And we want to set a waypoint over here. The longest straight we can get. Right there. Okay. Now. I don't know, does that engine sound a little anemic to you? It's missing some bass, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have the volume not tweaked or something. The interior looks kind of cool though. Look at that. Ooh, nice screen. Red analog dials. Looks like it can seat 5 comfortably. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm not going to use any boost. We're just going to see what we get up to with just the engine. And I'll see what the boost can do. 8 gears, wow. Pooping out here pretty quick. Should be able to get up to 225, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, 220. Oh, there we go. It's just kind of not very fast accelerating it then. Alright, let's see what boost can give us. Oh, so you not hear that? We're getting limited. We're getting RPM limited. 233. And can't adjust that because it's already, the gears are as long as they can be. Oh well. 233 is a respectable top speed. Okay, so now let's see what kind of acceleration we can get. Well, I guess you can guess from that run, but let's try again. Let's see what acceleration we can get with Nitrochemist going. I'll let you guys run a stopwatch. I wish the game had that as a feature. Wouldn't that be nice? You could do your series 60 times and stuff. Now, according to the stats here, 0 to 60 is 2.47, which is pretty good. Most of the other cars, that's one of the top. See, let's see what the Huracan's got. Oh, no, Lamborghini. Okay, well, this is one of the top accelerators, and it is 2.9. So, whoops. Try that again. The Porsche is pretty good, pretty speedy too. Well, actually, let's look at the bikes because they're really generally the fastest. The Diago, 2.83. The Agustas. Oh man, wrong button. Sorry about that. I may have to go soon. My dog is getting restless. I did it again. What the hell? Sorry, I'm spazzing a little here. Alright. Can't stop being an idiot. There we go. Performance. Pro settings. There we go. 2.93 on the Brutal Dragster. So 2.43, pretty darn good acceleration. .67 on the Cayman. I don't know what else might be a good test. Oh, there's the Huracan. See, these are okay. 2.6. This is one of the faster cars, so its acceleration is pretty sweet, actually. Let's see what we get real world time here. Okay, let's accelerate with maximum boost. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 60. 100. Pretty fast. How fast we get to top speed. I'm gonna give myself some boost here. As soon as it gets white, I'll boost it. It's taken a while to get up to that top speed though, even with boost. Without boost, it's going. Oh shit! Again, getting RPM limited at 233. So. Okay, well, good acceleration, decent handling. I don't know, not a bad car. I don't know if it'll challenge the Huracan for the top spots, but it may require a little bit more tweaking in the pro settings. But there you have it, there's the demon. And now I'm going to sign off because my dog's going crazy. So I hope you've enjoyed the stream, even though nobody was watching the stream. You're going to watch it after the fact. And, maybe you'll be tempted to buy one of these cars, even though it's the most expensive street car in existence in the game.